No, honestly, I'm so excited to be here. This is awesome. So thank you. Thank you guys. I thought you would clap, but no, I got it. Not a big deal. One of the reasons I was really excited to do this was because I wanted to have something to talk about at my high school reunion. I feel like my whole life is just me gearing up for that, you know? Just trying to get everything squared away. Not for my parents or husband, but for you guys. So thank you. So I'm a husband, I'm married, which, thank you very much. You know what, I used to tell people I was engaged, and everyone would clap. And when you tell people you're married, people don't clap. They give you like a look, kind of like if you told someone you were pregnant. They're like, and how do you feel about that? Are we happy? It's good. I like to talk to married people, before I got married, just because I wanted to know, what was behind that curtain. And I'll tell you what, married people, y'all are the worst spokespeople for marriage. Y'all act like you were tricked into it. Like it was an Old Navy credit card. Yeah. As you can tell who it was, you know what? At first I thought there would be perks, but it has not panned out. I was talking to this old lady once at my church. I was like, what was marriage like for you? And she goes, well, it's the hardest thing I've ever done. I was like, oh, yeah. And that woman survived cancer, so, yeah. No, she was basically like, listen, chemo was tough, but if I have to listen to Greg slurp his tea one more day, I'm just gonna let the cancer take me. You guys are doing a good job, thank you. This is doing too much for my confidence, actually. Me and my husband, we went to premarital counseling because you get a discount on the marriage license. That's weird, showing up to a government building and being like, I'm here for the sale. I heard you guys were slashing prices. But we were in our marriage counseling and our pastor was like, all right, what's your guys' love language, And I told mine, I was like, it's quality time. I just want to be with him. And then I got married. And I was like, I would like to change it. To acts of service. I feel like, it turns out I don't really care if we watch a movie. I'm just like, get out there and mow the yard. And we live in an apartment. We don't need Because you get out there and you go find one. Our hot dates are just basically him like mowing lawns and then being like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "Just do one more." Thank you. My mom and dad are here. They heard that. It's good. Kind of a rough week. I ended up having to go to the dentist, so that was not so fun. They do this thing where they take this like metal, like a knife, and then they just stab you in the gums, and then your gums start bleeding, and then they're like, "This is your fault." Yeah. They're like, "Your gums have a disease. You need to floss." And I would be like, "I feel like they were fine until you started stabbing them." You know? Do you want to take any responsibility here? That would be like if I went up and stabbed someone like in the heart and they started bleeding and I was like, "Heart disease." You gotta cut off that bacon, you know? This is on you. And then I feel all self-conscious because I just got told I had a disease. And I go up to the counter and they're like, "That'll be $10,000. So I was like, "For you or for the therapy that could be?" Last summer, I ended up having taken a trip with my family, and we went whitewater rafting. Have you guys ever gone whitewater rafting? Alright. They should not let regular people do that. That is not a regular person thing. Okay? First thing you do when you get there, you're like, "Put on this helmet so you don't bust your head on the rocks that are under the water." And then you're like, "Alright," you know, and you put it on, and then you're like, "Are we gonna die?" And they're like, "No, but if you do, you need to sign this waiver. It says you cannot be mad at us because you promised that you wouldn't." And I remember, like, you know, the dude up front, he was like, "Don't worry about it," you know? He's like, we're all tense. He's like, "Don't worry, guys. This is all gonna be fine. As long as we're like communicate and work together, it's gonna be great." And I was like, "Well, then we'll all die." Because I'm here with my family. We fight in the McDonald's drive-thru. We're not gonna make it, you know? We tried to move a hot tub and we didn't talk for a week. And we didn't even move the hot tub. It's still there, you know? We're like, "Forget it, we'll just boil some water." I remember, like, they were, like, talking about, you know, they prep you for, like, safety or whatever, and they're like, "Alright, so just be careful, you know, when you're in there, if you fall out, just, like, turn over so that you are, like, over. Your face is up." And, like, they just kept talking about if you fall out. And I was like, if I'm falling out, all I'm going to do is get right with the Lord. Right? go down, but then I'm gonna go up. Yeah, praise Jesus. For Jesus, why not? So, yeah, we get to the thing, and the guy, and I don't know if it's a requirement for your guide to be super high, but ours was, and he was not quiet about it. He was like, "What's up, dudes?" You know, and we're like, "Hi, you know, can you please help us so we don't die?" And I remember like we got in the boat, or I gotta get in the boat, you know, I've been around a boat, you know, so I'm getting in there, you know. I'm slipping in to the inside part. And he goes, "Nah, man, you gotta sit on the edge." And I was like, "Well, this is why everyone's falling out." You know? Sit on the inside. Like a regular person. And you probably will have this problem less. And he goes, "No, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to stick your foot under the seat in front of you." And I was like, "Or how about you just sit inside the boat?" You know? The $1 million idea. I know you're super high. Anyway, I have a little bit of anxiety sometimes, and I just wanted to share with you because I recently found something that helps, and so I thought I would let you know. It's not medication. It's what I do is I tell everybody I have a gun. It works 100% of the time. Because regardless of how you feel about guns, people treat you better. When they think you have one, you know? You have to borrow money from someone? That's awkward. Not anymore. They're like, "Don't worry about it," you know? And you're like, "Hey, I need a ride to the airport." And they're like, "You can just have my car," you know? I was gonna give you one anyways. But this kind of like caught up with me because I was on the way here and I was like flying and in the airplane, and some of you got it, maybe. So slow, you know. And I was like getting really turbulent, and you know it gets so turbulent that you like look to the stranger next to you and you're like, "What if we held hands?" You know? "Do you pray? I want to pray," you know? It's like that, and so I just out of habit, like you're just like natural, like it's like if you're walking down a dark alley, you're just like, "It's okay, I have a gun," you know? So just out of habit, I go, "It's okay, I have a gun." And that did not help. One guy, he was like so pissed, he was like, "What? They took mine," you know? He's like, "What's your secret?" This other guy, he was crying, he was getting real stressed out, and I was like, "I know how to help him," you know? So I just like leaned over and I was like, "Hey, don't worry about it. You have a gun too." So I drive a lot now. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Are you guys ready for your headliner tonight? Your headliner is absolutely unbelievable. He just got a special release on Netflix called The Working Man. Go see it. Give it up for John C.